Hello there.
That was early. You said hello before the time went down. I don't think
I,
you got
I,
that.
I think we've been on for 11 seconds, man.
Not bad. Maybe my things. Hey guys, Pound the
Hey,
Walk podcast.
yeah, yeah, nothing like a little technical fuck up to get us started here. But that's just par for the course, y'all.
It just makes it organic, relatable. We're all human.
We're
Week
all fuck
seven.
ups. We're all
Week
fuck ups.
seven football, baby. Yeah. What's up,
Yeah, welcome
guys?
back. Welcome back to week 7 of Pound the Walk podcast, baby.
Pound it, baby. Shout out all the viewers and the commenters. I forgot to check the comments this week, but I don't know. But hey,
There were no comments
appreciate you
this
guys.
week. But it's okay. We had people who watched, so we definitely appreciate that. Um, and if you didn't watch, you're a bag of shit.
Yeah, fuck you. I know you'll hear this if you didn't watch it. I don't
Talking
know.
to you, Megatron,
Oh yeah, remember I forgot the whole baby Megatron thing from
the
last year. But
baby,
yeah,
baby
let's I guess
Megatron.
we're going to dive right into week 6 which was a good week for you and me, I would say. The Chargers back on track, Colts still looking really good and yeah, I think I got a lot of
Let's
the picks right this week by the way,
let's talk about it then.
except for the Giants. Start the thing off. But yeah, I actually didn't put my parlay bet like all the games till after Thursday night because I forgot to. So I think my 1 o'clock games were like all bangers, if I'm not mistaken.
You did have some bangers,
Hell yeah,
and
dude.
then we
Bangers and
kind of
mash.
fell off there.
Yeah,
All right, let's
yeah.
get into it, man. Well, I think this is probably one of the bigger upsets of the week. You could argue it might have been Buffalo. Um, yeah, Philadelphia at the New York Giants. What happened?
Yeah, I mean Scadabo's a dog. I guess that's the main thing I'd say about that. And but also Jalen Hurts just hasn't been able to put it together. Their offense barely puts up points. But I wouldn't be too concerned. You're still the Eagles, so yeah. I mean, yeah. I got. How many did I get less than you? One, two, three, four.
You have one, so you actually have an entire hand in my butthole now. You got
I'm five
5 on
above.
me.
Yeah, man. How the
Yeah,
turntables.
man. This is it's gonna be. This sounds like it's your year, but yeah. Saquon really didn't get it going. Scatabo was crushing it out there. Uh, yeah, man. I didn't expect him to get 3 tutties, not against the Eagles. But they got the job done. They shut down Philadelphia. I know Jalen Hurts had a pick. Just couldn't really get the run game going. Pass game wasn't too bad though.
Yeah, is Saquon a little banged up? That's the big question. They seem like maybe they're hiding something. I don't know. The Giants look like they have a bright future. Jackson Dart and Cam Scatterwood, they're like the CTE bros. They both run the ball with no regard. See how long it lasts, I guess, to sound like a hater. But I guess are we blazing through this so you could talk about your Colts first since you were down the line before me, right? We were both one
Yeah,
o'clock
man.
games.
I guess I was down the line before you. Hey, man. Colts have been consistent. All right. Daniel Jones, I know you threw a pick, but he also had 2 in the air, 1 on the ground. Jonathan Taylor going over 100 yards, getting a couple touchdowns there. Um, Tyler Warren, every week we bring him up. He is consistent. He has been a fucking gem. Alec Pierce was back in the game this week. He made a couple plays, and again, Daniel Jones is just getting the ball spread around. Defense is getting the job done. Special teams stepping up. Um, so yeah, overall, very happy with how Indianapolis played. They rallied in the fourth quarter. Uh, from what looked like the game was slowly maybe starting to get away, but they caught back up and they got the dub. So
Yeah, a
shout
win's a
out
win.
Indy.
That's all that matters. Daniel Jones, it's just like he is the quarterback of like the most dominant offense in the league this year, and that's just what it is. At this point, we're 6 weeks in. We're almost, you can almost say halfway through the season, so that's pretty solidified. I mean, the haters would say they haven't played a lot of competition, but I mean, only one got away from y'all, which was what, the Rams. But yeah,
Good
as of
game
right
too.
now, you can't deny that Indianapolis is the talk of the AFC right now. Like the Bills on a downward trend, the Chiefs started really slow and lacking players, so Indy's that team, I guess, and we play each other this week, so that'll be fucking fun. That'll
It
be fun.
is gonna be a week.
Hell yeah. I guess the Chargers though also played at 1 o'clock. Once again, just like y'all's game, probably a close call, maybe even closer of a call. Man, for one, once again, our offensive line is abysmal. Our game plan and I guess the Miami's lackluster front on defense kept us alive throughout the whole game, and Justin Herbert, most importantly, getting the ball out, playing efficient football with no offensive line. We controlled the game, and then even with that, Miami still found a way to come back with 45 seconds left on the clock. They score a touchdown. Of course, it's Darren Waller wide open in the back of the end zone. Man's got like 5 touchdowns in like 3 weeks since he's started coming back to the league. But I remember at that point I was standing up, just like looking at my TV, like, all right, we have no timeouts left in 45 seconds. Is this Peyton Manning, Justin Herbert moment like coming up? And first play, once again, offensive line's not there. He's about to get sacked by 3 different dudes at the same time. He throws the ball away to a receiver's feet. Clock stops. That's a big play. Very next play, exact same thing happens. He throws the dude off of him, throws it to Lad McConkey. This man, Lad McConkey, is so agile, runs up the field for like 30, 40, I don't even know, gets us with easy field goal range, and we won the game, dude. I don't care how close it was, a win's a win, and that's such a big swing for us. I mean, 3-2 isn't terrible, but with the way our guys have been going down and us hopefully getting healthier now, that win was so fucking big. So shout out to the whole team and shout out Justin Herbert. God bless Justin Herbert.
Big shout out to your secondary, man, getting 3 picks. You had Derwin James, Tony Jefferson, Benjamin St. Just.
Yeah. We got St. Juice, which I was scared about because he's from Washington last year and he was kind of like their lackluster corner, but came to play
He
on
got a pick.
Sunday. So, hell yeah.
Yeah, your defense doing what they're known for. Little help with Tua being the QB, but y'all got the job done. Like you said, wins are wins. 4-2 looks a hell of a lot better than 4 or 3-3.
Yeah, it's hard.
Oh, math. But yeah, man, that would have been rough if you guys were 500 right now. A lot of teams are riding that line, and I don't know. It's been an interesting season.
Yeah, just gotta get healthy. We got Khalil Mack coming back. He's practicing today. They're trying to talk about our offense of Joe Alt and some other linemen coming back, but Joe Alt's probably not coming back uh, yet. But yeah, we just gotta get healthy and just keep winning games. We play once again Colts at Chargers this week, so that's a really big test for us and a kind of a big test for y'all. But hey, I know you guys have DNs, young DNs, so I'm like a little scared about that. We gotta really protect Justin Herbert.
For sure, because you guys are looking like the 2018, 2019 Colts line there. So
Yeah, I guess right now this is where I want to segue straight into saying I want to start saying the poop team of the week, essentially the worst team in the league, but maybe more specifically for week 6 or whatever week we're talking about. This week I gotta say the Cleveland Browns are my poop team, which is funny because they're the Browns. Yeah, their defense is obviously amazing with Hall of Famer Myles Garrett, good secondary. They always their defense always comes to play, but their offense is so bad. Dylan Gabriel's second game, which I get it, it's early, but he had like I would say at least 10 specific plays where he just single-handedly ruined the play just on his own quarterback play. Had like an open touchdown, a couple wide open touchdowns, a couple easy checkdowns, or a couple checkdowns that he did throw the check down where it shouldn't have been thrown. Things like that. His stats could have been even worse. Should have threw a couple more picks. Uh, and Kevin Stefanski, dude, like that, he's supposed to be. Didn't he? I think he won Coach of the Year a couple years back, like 4 or 5 years ago. Man, it's supposed to be an offensive guru, and you're not scoring any points. Like it's insane. Poop team of the week for me is the Browns. Not necessarily the worst team in the league. I would still say the Saints.
um, it's either the Saints or the Titans, but I guess yeah,
Yeah, Titans are falling
go
apart. They
whichever.
were almost my poop team. Firing their coach. That's another big thing that happened this week. Titans looking stinky there. They fire a GM or a coach every single year so far mid-season. So obviously Mike Vrabel's a good coach, and they had him. That I don't know.
Yep, my poop team of the week's going to be Baltimore Ravens. Nothing against LA's defense, but they should have. Their quarterbacks neither one of them threw over 100 yards. They relied heavy on Derrick Henry, which,
He
you
looked
know, he
good.
got over the
You
century
finally
mark.
start giving
So,
him the ball. He rushes for 120 or something like that. He looked
yep.
good.
So he
But
looked
yeah,
good, but it's also because they couldn't do anything in the air, and he was forced to run the ball 40,000 times. So I'm going Baltimore, man. They're clearly just not a great team without Lamar Jackson, and it definitely shows how much they hurt without him. So give me Baltimore, only scoring 3 points. It's pretty bad for a team that was known for being a dominant offense through the air and through the ground last year. Um, the fact that they can't produce without their starting quarterback kind of says a lot.
yeah. I guess to give credits to some teams here, I don't even know what to call this. The opposite of poop team. This one we didn't really talk about before we start recording. I want to bring up the Patriots. The Patriots, and specifically Drake May and Stephon Diggs, their passing game and their defense staying, competitive. Christian Gonzalez being healthy now. Patriots are first in the AFC East right now, I believe, too. Which shout out the Patriots,
Crazy.
man. Drake May's looking good. So I'll give the Patriots kudos as far as the AFC goes. Obviously, the Colts. We were talking about them, but don't sleep on the Patriots.
Guess I'm gonna give a little shout out to Chicago. Revenge game from last year. No Hail Marys to save Washington. Real close game. It was a fun one to watch. Uh, but yeah, they just they didn't look so great, and Chicago capitalized on the poor weather and slightly better ball play.
Smooth. I like that. I like
All right,
that.
and then we can jump right into this week's predictions. Like you said earlier, we do have both of our boys playing each other, so I am excited to get into the Week 7 predictions, which will start with the Thursday game, Pittsburgh at Cincinnati, which we both have Pittsburgh. Yeah, I don't see Cincy pulling it off. Flacco, he's not afraid to throw the ball, but that also means he's not afraid to throw picks. And obviously, I think the Pittsburgh offense is slightly more dangerous with a more healthy, complete team right now.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't pick Cincy, but don't sleep on Joe Flacco against the Steelers specifically. And yeah, when they played Green Bay last week and they showed sign of life near the second half, Flacco lets you, like you said, he's not afraid to throw the ball. He's smart enough to put it in certain areas that tend to be, only receiver catchable balls too. Jamar Chase looked like he could produce with Joe Flacco. I guess that's the biggest thing about it. But the Bengals lackluster with Chase Brown, terrible defense, which they came to play last week against Green Bay. Actually, it looked all right, but there's too many weeks before that for me to say they have a good defense. So A-Rod, baby.
Which is crazy. Cincy's defense was keeping them in the game early this season when, Burrow and uh, Chase were having, identity crisis, and now that Burrow's out, the defense just started falling apart too. So, next game we got L.A. Rams at Jacksonville. Another international game. It looks like. I think we're running out of cities.
Yeah. This
But
one's in
yeah, we
Hasbula
both have the
Airport.
Rams. It's
Has
it's in some guy's backyard.
Yeah, street. You ever seen Street Beefs? No.
No.
It's in Virginia. It's like UFC but in the backyard. I don't know. It's a funny YouTube account. Yeah, I got the Rams. Jacksonville gave them an early shout out a couple weeks ago because they have been winning more. Run game looks good. Blah blah blah. But yeah, last week I think Trevor Lawrence got sacked like 7 times. It's like similar to the Chargers situation. You're not going to find success if your quarterback can't comfortably hold the ball in the pocket for more than 2 seconds. And I think the Rams DNs, Jared Verse specifically, McVay's a great coach. I gotta pick the Rams. It's not a real away
Yeah,
game
Rams are
anyway.
looking too good right now for me to root against them. All right. And we got New Orleans at Chicago. Chicago coming off a big game. New Orleans arguably one of the worst teams in the league. I'm riding the Bears.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, Ben Johnson. It seems like they're putting it together with his complicated offense. They put it together pretty quickly after like 2 weeks. I'm happy to see it. I think Chicago is going to be a competitive team, not only in the future but like this year. They're going to compete. I don't know, maybe sniff playoffs or be in the hunt near the end of the year. So yeah, I got Chicago over the worst team in the league.
Talking about worst teams, though, we do have Miami at Cleveland. at
Poop
one
bowl.
o'clock. That's a shit ball right there, man.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
I'm going Cleveland solely on the fact their defense is as good as it is, and Miami's offense is just not putting it together. Um, so I'm thinking Tua gets another dose of CTE this game.
Yeah, Miami is they're on the verge of falling off a cliff. They're like literally mid-fall right now. Tua obviously against us threw 3 picks like you said, and then he came right out there or at a press conference and immediately just like threw his team under the bus saying they're not showing up to like players only meetings, blah blah blah. Apparently he apologized today. I saw a little clip of that. So I don't know. They're just on the narrative of like everything's going downhill, and I think Cleveland's defense is going to give them a lot of trouble.
All right now, here, wine and dog.
Here, buddy.
All right, there's the Deuster. We got Las Vegas at KC. KC coming off a pretty decent dub. Um, yeah, and I mean, Vegas just isn't that solid of a team right now. KC seems like they're back on the up and up. So I'm gonna ride that. See where that goes.
Yeah, and Rasheed Rice is back from suspension, so it's not even like an injury. So he's gonna look good. If I had to guess, we also we skipped New England, but that's another easy one too. I would say
Nope.
maybe not as
Yep.
easy as
Sorry.
KC. You're good. I think that one's closer than I think. But yeah, I mean New England. Once again, I just gave them the shout out. They're playing good ball, so I gotta pick New England for that one as well.
Yeah. Tennessee's still just not showing enough life for me to move forward with them. And good because they're in our division. But yeah, New England. Again, they came off. They've been looking good last couple weeks. So uh, let's ride that.
Yeah, I wonder
And
what
we got
I wonder what the interim head coach first game like what the history is like what the records are. I feel like they lose more than they win when they got an interim coach. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
I'm sure. Philly at Minnesota. We both have Philly on this. I think Philly is trying to figure out what's not clicking for them. I don't see them losing back to back like that. And honestly, I mean, Minnesota, they're not a bad team. I was looking at their past opponents. They haven't really won against anyone super strong. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I don't see Philly just with what they have talent wise repeating this multiple weeks in a row.
Yeah, and there's actually a good chance or a chance that JJ McCarthy comes back, and it's funny because that I feel like that hurts them more than helps. Uh, I don't know. Losing Sam Darnold, who would have thought like Sam Darnold would be the glue? I don't know. They're still a talented offense, but
They're still
especially if JJ
absolutely
McCarthy's
can.
in. Yeah, I'm taking
Exactly.
Philly.
All right, we have Carolina at New York Jets. This is where we differ for I think the first time.
There we go.
Um, I just do not have a good history when I pick Carolina. The Jets, I don't know, they've surprised me a few times this year. Staying in it longer than I thought. I mean, their record doesn't show it, but I'm riding New York on this one.
Yeah, Carolina. I think I've said it probably at least twice already. I guess best way to put it is they probably for all the bad teams, like bad record teams, they're probably the best one. I swear they put it. They just got to put it together, and they did last week. The week before too. I think Rico Dowdle went back to back like 200, almost 50, 250, 230 rushing yards. That's crazy. And then Chuba Hubbard's apparently coming back soon. I don't know about this week, but I got to ride with them. The Jets are a talented defense, maybe not as good as they should be this year so far. But yeah, Justin Fields threw for like 40 yards at that in the England. I think it was the England game. That game was gross. Gross
Yeah,
game.
terrible. All right, New York Giants at Denver Broncos. Um, I know we're not completely sold on Denver's offense, but their defense is solid, and I think playing against the rookie CTE Bros, I think it might give them a little disruption.
Yeah, yeah. I think could be a close game. I'm gonna be rooting for the Giants, but yeah, Denver's inconsistent. I guess is a good way to put it. It's
Have you
funny,
seen
like
this
J.K.
photo?
Dobbins seems to be the most consistent thing. Dude, that's CTE Bros. Look at that.
CTE Bros, Step
You're
Bros.
gonna start seeing that on T-shirts for sure. Yeah. Once again, like I said last week, when you watch them play the Eagles, I guess the best thing the one thing I got out of it, I was like, this is kind of like the future of New York, maybe. And It is exciting to see. I really do like Scatabo more specifically. I'm still taking Denver.
Yeah, absolutely. Couldn't said it better myself. All right, game of the week.
Yeah, I
I'm
had to
taking
pick the
Indy,
Chargers.
man. I know you have to pick your Chargers. I gotta pick the Colts, obviously. I think that your defense will be a disruption. It'll be one of the better defenses we've played thus far. I just think our front is going to give your front too much trouble, and we have very talented, fast linebackers. And if Herbert decides to tuck and run, they do have the ability to close ground pretty quick. And as long as the offense, our offense, is playing as consistent as it has been, putting up 4 or 5 touchdowns a game, spreading the ball out to all of our talented receivers, getting Josh Downs down the field, Alec Pierce, another monster weapon down the field, Pittman for the easy yards, and then obviously you can't discount Tyler Warren right now with the way he's been playing. I think ball control is going to be a huge thing, and I think we just have a little bit more pressure to kind of get it done.
Yeah, I I think I even for one, I think I saw something that said that like the Chargers were the favorites for this game, which I think that's absurd. Uh, for both the fact that you guys your offense has been
Favorites.
really good. Yeah, I think we were -1.5 when I first like I saw it on Twitter. That blew my mind because your guys' offense is dominant right now. I think your points scored, points for is like way higher than maybe every team in the league, at least coming into last week. And we have no offensive tackles, and our guard play has been really bad. Our center play has been really bad. So our entire offensive line's been pretty bad. That being said, if our defense comes to play, if Jesse Minter schemes up some good stuff where, Derwin's on Tyler Warren, most importantly, we contain Jonathan Taylor, hopefully force a mistake or two. And then with that, if that happens, if he produces when we need him, and our defense does what I said, I can see it being what I would call an upset. So I had to lean that way. But
To
that's all if we
Vegas,
can
it wasn't an
protect.
upset. It wouldn't be an upset according to Vegas. It's -2.5 right now.
Is that crazy? I think that's crazy.
I thought it'd be pretty more even.
Yeah, minus two and a half Chargers. I would lean -2.5 Colts. I would definitely have assumed it'd be -2.5 Colts. But I guess it's away, and they're
it
I
is
don't know.
away. I mean, you guys came off a win. You guys are the home team. Maybe that's playing into it. I don't know. Either way, I'm very excited for that game. I know you will be as well. We probably should not text each other during the game because one of us is gonna be upset.
Unless it's like an amazing game and it's like 34-34 in the fourth quarter, like yeah, I'm gonna shut the fuck up. I'm just gonna watch the game and pray for a win.
Here we go. Yet
It's
another
for the first seed in
discrepancy.
AFC, by the way. Right as
It,
of
it
right
will
now.
be. It will be. Yep.
That's sick.
No, I'm absolutely excited. Wish there was somewhere catch the game, but you live in Baltimore and I live in damn near DC, so
It is what it
it's
is.
is what it is. All right, moving on. Washington at Dallas. All right, Washington, you have Dallas. This is one of them games that can go either way. I mean, they see each other twice a year. Huge rivalry game. I'm banking on Washington's close loss against a good team to kind of rally them and hopefully fuel them into wanting to beat the ever loving piss out of Dallas. Um, yeah, I'm sticking with Washington this week.
Yeah, I picked Dallas. It was my biggest gut decision one of the week. Dak Prescott has played almost like Baker Mayfield ball in the last 4 or 5 weeks. Jake Ferguson's been cooking. CeeDee Lamb apparently is, I don't know if he's practicing or he's on the trend to come back. I don't know about this week, but there's a hope or something like that. Washington's defense has been not the
There's been
best.
holes.
Yeah,
There's been
there's
holes
been
for
holes.
sure.
So, I mean, their pass defense more specifically. So, I think Dallas might take one. I don't know. I think Dallas might take one. The home game against their this is the first time they're playing this year, I believe. So yeah, I just picked Dallas. I think Dallas might take it.
No, all right now. Green Bay at Arizona. Both got Green Bay on this one. They've for the most part, look like a pretty hot team. I'm going to stick with them. Arizona, uh, not doing amazing this year, and until they become a little more consistent, give me Green Bay.
Yeah, Green Bay, they've been a little more consistent than I thought they'd be in the last 3, 4 weeks, but they're still a powerhouse team. I think they're slept on because of what they've kind of shown in the last few weeks. But they looked good last week. Even though Cincy kind of held them, they still Josh Jacobs looked dominant. Jordan Love was able to throw the ball downfield. They still got so many weapons. Christian Watson apparently is coming back from a bad ACL injury last year. Yeah, Green Bay, and then I think Kyler Murray might be playing, but even with that, they have no running backs, and it's just been a bad year for Arizona.
Battlefield 6 or something just came out, so I don't know if he's going to be
Yeah, yeah.
at the game. So
Yeah, he is a. I thought he was more of a COD guy, but anything
they
to
haven't
be on
released
the
COD
stick.
in a while. Battlefield, but I saw the clips. It looks pretty good this year. So
I actually was thinking about buying it. I like never buy those games.
all right, Atlanta at San Francisco. I know Atlanta had a pretty decent win that we weren't necessarily expecting, but San Francisco's been getting the job done game after game. So yeah, I'm gonna keep riding them. CMC's been, he hasn't been balling like he used to, but he's been consistent, and their weapons are, uh, I think, are relatively healthy. But they did just lose Fred Warner.
Fred Warner's ankle like snapped, and he's their heart and soul of their defense. But that doesn't mean that they're
Yeah,
still a
so
great unit. They're still a great defensive unit, if you ask me. Obviously, that's the biggest hit. Like they already lost Bosa too, I believe. So yeah, but they still have a good unit, well coached team, consistent over the last few years. And like you said, Christian McCaffrey, that's my biggest thing. He's getting the ball more than anyone in the league. I think he's like I also agree that he doesn't look as explosive or as quick twitched as he used to be. Maybe that's also because they don't have as good as an offensive line. But even with that, he's still dominating, still getting the ball and producing every week.
he gets a
Uh,
lot of receptions, so that also
yeah.
helps a lot.
I think this will be a close game. Prime time. I think it'll be a close game. Bijan's looked amazing. Drake London came out to play last week. I think Penix needs to just show to be more consistent. But I still got San Fran, man. I agree.
All right now, yet another fucking doubleheader, man.
Yeah, what? Yeah, it's disgusting.
All right, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers going to Detroit at 7 p.m. You're going with Tampa.
I am. I am. Baker Mayfield is the MVP right now. That's something we can start talking about. Who's MVP? Baker Mayfield's MVP. He looks insane. He's scrambling effectively. It's fun. I still love watching him run because he runs like he thinks he's fast. But he's doing it efficiently and he's slinging it. They have a banged up receiving team or receiving core right now. But even with that, he's producing. So yeah,
I think
Detroit's good.
Detroit is still a powerhouse team, and obviously they came off that loss last week. So I think just kind of the way that locker room is set up, they're going to be angry, looking for a win at home on a primetime spot. Tampa's had a lot of close games this year, so if Detroit can keep firing on all their cylinders, I think they can outgun Tampa Bay. But if Detroit makes mistakes or if just things aren't clicking, Tampa could easily, have, like I've always said, Baker Mayfield's mentality is that X factor. That's the intangibles that you can't measure, and he's shown up week after week. Hungry, like you said, he runs like he's angry at the ground. But in my scenario, Detroit plays a mistake-free game, and they just outpace the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's gonna be game of the week probably. I just can't bet against Tampa, and I know it's Detroit. Yeah, we didn't bring that up. That was funny after the Detroit Kansas City game. Brian Branch and Juju Smith-Schuster. Brian Branch got
Scrum.
suspended for this week, so that's big. That was funny. Just wanted to
It
bring
was
that up.
funny. It made a great picture all
Yeah,
over
that had to be
Twitter.
like on Detroit's like home sports page newspaper. That picture.
Oh, that's gonna be on T-shirts.
Yeah, that was quite the spectacle. But yeah, last game of the week, 10 p.m. What the fuck? I think the Chargers played 10 that one week. I think I was off work the next day, thank God. But this one, I got work the next day, dude. Not cool. Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna
Seattle.
be a 6 a.m. I'm on ESPN catching up on that one. I'm not making it out of the first quarter.
Yeah, but I got Seattle. You got Seattle. I think we know why. Seattle. That's another team we haven't really talked about this week. I would love to shout out Seattle. They're firing off all cylinders. JSN Jackson Smith Najigba is receiver one right now. You would argue, in the whole league. He's every week.
It
His
looks
stats
great.
weekly are looking crazy so far.
It looks great, and we were just talking about Sam Darnold earlier. So poetic to end it on Sam Darnold. Um, had a comment saying that we sleep on the Seahawks too much. Well, here we go, man. I hope you kick the ever-loving shit out of Houston. Um,
Yeah,
and
I
yeah,
see it happening. I see it happening.
all right, and that's week 7 lined up. Think I either need to hit big this week or I need to take a break on these parlays because I have
Don't say
missed
that.
about 20 in a row.
Don't say that because,
I've
oh yeah,
just,
by the way, you saw mine. I had that $25 bet. It was like Jake Ferguson first half, Kyron first, and then Romeo Dobbs anytime. I would have won $2,000 off a $25 bet, and then, man, Romeo Dobbs balled out, but he didn't score, and I didn't cash out.
told you to cash that, man. Told you to
Yeah, you
cash
were the only
that.
one to tell me to cash it, and I was like, look, he doesn't want me to win. Should have
I
listened.
wanted you to get $500 at the time. Jesus,
I've been
because
up though, like I've made some money the last week or so on some random parlays, so that was cool. But yeah, I guess if there's anything I can say to that is for Thursday night, DK Metcalf anytime touchdown, let it happen, man. Aaron's getting him the ball in the red zone.
give me Aaron Rodgers 2 passing touchdowns.
That'll get you back on track.
Or at the psych ward. I don't know. If I miss another
Hey,
one, that's going to be bad.
a win's a win, right? Free food either way.
Yeah, man. Value menu. I didn't check
One
the
might
odds on what that was, but
the psych ward might give you like those little cups with the peaches and tangerines in it with the juice.
hell yeah, dude.
Dude.
And I get traction socks too.
Yeah,
Fuck
like the
yeah.
ones you get
I
when you go to
won't.
Sky Zone.
That's exactly. They share the same distributor.
Yeah, I like it.
All right, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. Like, subscribe. Get these fingers out my ass.
Yeah, I'm
This
winning,
week,
man.
I know, man. It's is completely opposite of last year.
Yeah, last year you were cooking, so it's only right. But yeah, thanks, guys. That was week what? 7 of. You're supposed
New
to say.
heights. Dun
No,
dun dun dun. Oh, shit. Oh shit.
dude, we're gonna get
Uh,
copyright infringement, dude.
sorry. That was
Shout
week
out Taylor
7
Swift.
of the Pat McAfee Show.
Yeah, there. That's more like it. Football, sports.
Colts. At least he was a Colt, I guess.
Go Chargers.
No. No.
Pound it.
That was week 7 of Pound the Walk podcast.
Thank you, guys.
Bitches.